Do you ever feel like no matter what you eat, your stomach just won't go down? Do you feel bloated after almost every meal, even the healthy ones? Are you constantly tired by 3 p.m., reaching for coffee or sugar just to get through the day? Do you step on the scale, do everything right, and still feel stuck? If any of that sounds familiar, I want you to keep watching, because what I'm about to share isn't another diet, another supplement, or another 30-day challenge. It's something sitting in your spice cabinet right now, and most people are using it completely wrong. I'm not talking about apple cider vinegar. I'm not talking about green tea. I'm talking about a small, dark, fragrant spice that's been used for thousands of years in traditional kitchens. And new research is finally starting to explain why it might actually deserve a place in your weight loss routine. But before I tell you exactly what it is and how to use it, let's talk about why so many of us struggle with stubborn belly fat in the first place. Because once you understand this, the rest will make a lot more sense. Weight loss feels so hard. Here in the US, most of us grew up believing weight gain is simply calories in, calories out. Eat less, move more, done. But if that were the whole story, wouldn't diets actually work long-term for most people? The truth is more complicated, and it often comes down to one word: insulin. Every time you eat, especially processed carbs, sugary drinks, or that afternoon snack from the vending machine, your body releases insulin to move sugar out of your blood and into your cells. But when this happens too often, your cells can start to tune out insulin's signal. Researchers call this insulin resistance, and it's increasingly common. When your body isn't using insulin efficiently, it tends to store more fat, especially around the belly, and you end up feeling hungry and tired even after eating. This is where our spice comes in, and I promise, we're getting there. The spice I'm talking about is cloves. Yes, the same warm, slightly sweet spice you might sprinkle into holiday baking or apple cider. Here's what's interesting. Cloves aren't just flavoring. They're one of the richest natural sources of a compound called eugenol, along with antioxidants like gallic acid and quercetin. And in the last few years, several human studies have looked specifically at how clove extract affects blood sugar after meals. One study published in a peer-reviewed nutrition journal found that a polyphenol-rich clove extract meaningfully lowered blood sugar spikes after eating in both healthy adults and people with prediabetes. Other researchers have found that regular clove intake may support healthier insulin function alongside improvements in cholesterol markers. Now, I want to be honest with you because I'm not here to oversell this. Cloves are not a magic fat-burning switch, and no spice, not cloves, not cinnamon, not anything, will melt fat on its own while you sit on the couch. What the research actually suggests is more modest and honestly more believable. Cloves may help support healthier blood sugar responses and reduce some of the cravings and energy crashes that make weight loss so much harder. And when your blood sugar is more stable, it becomes a lot easier to stick to healthy habits. But that's not the only reason this ritual is worth trying. Cloves have also been used traditionally to support digestion. The eugenol in cloves can stimulate digestive enzymes, and better digestion often means less bloating. A lot of people who feel like they look heavier after meals are actually dealing with bloating, not fat gain, and that's a very different problem with a very different fix. So here's the ritual that's been getting attention lately, and I'll walk you through exactly how to do it step by step. Step 1. First thing in the morning, on an empty stomach, take a single whole clove and place it in your mouth like a small piece of candy. Let it sit and slowly suck on it for about 10 to 15 minutes, rather than chewing it immediately. As it releases its natural oils, this is thought to gently activate digestive enzymes and start your metabolism off on the right foot for the day. Step 2. About 15 minutes after that, prepare a simple drink. Here's exactly what goes into it. 1 cup of warm water, a 1/4 teaspoon of black coffee. The caffeine may help your body use stored energy more efficiently. A 1/4 teaspoon of ground cinnamon, which has some of the stronger research behind it for supporting healthy blood sugar. The juice of half a lemon. Stir it together and drink it warm on an empty stomach. Step 3. About 30 minutes after your drink, try to move move your body in some way. This doesn't mean you need a gym membership or an hour on the treadmill. Climbing a flight of stairs, a brisk walk around the block, even doing housework with a little more energy. Light movement after this ritual is believed to help your body use that available energy more effectively rather than storing it. Quick tip, and this one matters. Don't add milk or cream to your coffee in this drink. Dairy can blunt some of the benefits people are looking for here, so keep it black. If you stick with this consistently for about 3 days, some people report feeling less bloated and a little lighter. Give it a full 7 days, and some notice a visible difference. But I want to set realistic expectations with you. This ritual works best, like anything else, when it's paired with a reasonably balanced diet and decent sleep, ideally around 6 to 7 hours a night. This isn't a replacement for eating well. Think of it as a helpful addition to habits you're already building. Now, quick question for you. Where are you watching this from today? Drop your city or state in the comments. I'd genuinely love to see how many places this reaches. And if you're finding this helpful so far, go ahead and hit that like button. It genuinely helps this video reach more people who need it. Like anything you put in your body, this isn't right for everyone. So let's talk safety for a second. If you deal with acid reflux or GERD, be cautious with the lemon in this drink, or consider leaving it out. If caffeine doesn't agree with you, or you're sensitive to it later in the day, you can swap the black coffee for green tea or plain black tea instead. If you're pregnant or breastfeeding, it's best to skip concentrated clove use altogether and check with your doctor first. And if you're on blood thinners or diabetes medication, please talk to your doctor before adding concentrated cloves or cinnamon to your routine, since both can interact with certain medications. This is general information based on traditional use and available research. It's not medical advice, and it's not a replacement for talking to your own doctor, especially if you have an existing health condition. So to recap, first thing in the morning, suck on 1 whole clove for 10 to 15 minutes. 15 minutes later, drink warm water with a 1/4 teaspoon of black coffee, a 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon, and the juice of half a lemon. Then move your body about 30 minutes after that. Skip the milk, stay consistent, and pair it with reasonable eating habits and good sleep. I'd love to know, have you ever tried cloves for anything before? Whether it's digestion, weight, or something else entirely? Let me know in the comments. I read every single one. If this video helped you even a little, do me a favor. Hit like, share it with a friend or family member who's been struggling with the same thing. And if you're new here, go ahead and subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss what's coming next. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.